Hey, you're watching Dirt Bike Channel. I'm your host, Kyle Brotherson, and today we're going to test out a product I just got. It's the Cycra Rebound handguard. And I'm pretty excited about testing this thing out because it's a new product from Cycra, at least relatively new. And it is a flag style handguard, so it doesn't have the full wraparound thing. It's kind of an alternative to the wraparound handguard. But these things are built, supposedly built, a little bit stronger. According to Cycra, a lot stronger than your typical handguard. Flag style, and it also has kind of a breakaway action to it so that the handguard can flex forward and break away on some of those diggers that you take. So the idea being there that they're stronger and they're going to stand up to more abuse out there on the trail or out there on the track, so you're not snapping these things off. So we're going to go ahead and install these on the bike, and I'll give you kind of what my first impressions are after I get them installed on the bike, and then hopefully we'll have a follow-up video where we go out onto the trails and put these things into use. So that's what's coming up next on Dirt Bike Channel. So let's take a look at what comes in the package. You're going to get mounting hardware. You're going to get the actual brackets. Now the cool thing about these brackets, as you're going to see, is these can be installed above the bars or below the bars. So you've got some choices there, and then obviously you have the guard that goes on here, like so. And so we'll install all this and take a look at how she works. But that's what you get, pretty simple in the package. Hardware, the mounts, and then the guards here. Something that I really like about this setup is they will allow you to install this either above the bar, like this, so it's going above your controls, or you can use the other side and install it below the bar, like that. So, I don't know, I think I'm gonna try it below the bar here and just kind of see how that works. And here's that flex action that I was telling you about, how that thing can flex out on a digger. But I think I'm gonna try it below the controls, like that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so I fiddled around on this side with my controls where I've got the electric start plus my brake. It kind of makes it a little fiddly on this side to kind of get some of these flag style handguards to install, because you have to decide which side of the brake perch you're going to put it on and where you're going to put all your controls, and you're going to move your electric start way over so it's like a huge reach for you, or you want to keep it right here by your throttle. Anyway, so I kind of decided that I'm going to go under the bars with this application and do it in the configuration that I have it in right here. So sometimes that I've noticed with handguards, you kind of have to play around with things to kind of get your controls set up the way that you want them to be. So just know that going in, that sometimes there could be some fiddling around to make sure that you get it exactly how you want it. So I'm going to start this little hex bolt on the top, start on the bottom, then we'll get our Allen key or our Allen wrench and snug this thing up. Gonna work it evenly on both sides, because ultimately you want this to be clamping onto your bar evenly on the top and the bottom. So what I do is I just kind of watch this gap right here on both sides and make sure that I have approximately the same amount of gap on the top and bottom, and then I know that I'm making a good even clamp here on my bars. It's just a good thing to watch for. And that's about it. So because of the way that my clutch perch works differently than my brake perch over on the other side, I'm actually going to install this side a little bit different. This is the way I prefer to do it, which is to have the handguard a little bit closer to the end of the bars on the other than what I did on the other side. It just happens to be that it works out a little bit better this way on this side, which is great. It didn't work as well on the other side. So you may have to, your application may vary somewhat, and you're going to have to kind of tweak some things around and see how you want. I mean, obviously I could change this, I could change my engine kill switch here, and I could move it over and move this out. You know, there's some different things you could do. So you just kind of have to configure this stuff the way that you want, whatever works best for you. Go ahead and snug these things up here. Something cool that I wanted to point out is that the bracket here that mounts to the bars, this is aluminum. So this thing is very, very solid. And then the front piece where your actual shield is going to mount to, this is like a composite, you know, tough plastic here. So and it's obviously spring loaded, as you can see. So I think this is going to be pretty strong, because this is stronger than the other handguards that I've used as far as this mounting bracket, this big hefty piece of aluminum, and it's still really, really lightweight. And then you've got the flex action up here on this. So I think this is going to be pretty decent. We'll see how this joint here holds up over time, and if that has a problem. But I like this. You install the face plates, or the I don't know what you call these things, the actual guards here, and they give you all the hardware that you need. So I'm just making sure, essentially you've got, you know, a washer, a cool washer, and then you've got kind of like a nut here on the back that you install back through there, like so. And it's cool because you don't need a wrench to hold that, the way they have this designed. Helped when I pushed this actual washer here and snapped that down into the plastic, and then that helped a ton to be able to line up the bolt here, the screw I should say. So we'll check it, get it tight on both sides, and that should do it. There we go. Snap that in like that, and then it will be, I think you will find it much easier. And the other. Now, all I'm going to do is just going to kind of do a double check on my bars and my controls and make sure everything is where I want it. Well, that's pretty much it. We've got our Cycra Rebound handguards installed on the bike. I like the breakaway action that you have here on these things. So I think they're going to be pretty cool flag style handguards. It's a good alternative to the full wraparound handguards, and I'm excited to go out there and try these things. You want to do a level set on this and just see if these things are going to work with you standing. I mean, you check your controls and make sure your controls are in the right spot, standing, sitting, all that stuff, and I think I've got them where I want them. So hey guys, if you like what we're doing on the channel, please share it and like it and subscribe to the channel, and check back for some more awesome videos, because we put out videos quite often these days. We've got a lot of review videos, we got a lot of riding tips, and we've got a bunch of just riding videos. So go ahead and check all that stuff out, and thanks for watching, guys.